Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this word problem we understood in the last class. Let's see if you can answer the questions. Okay, so here we have to find the usual speed of the plane. Recall the question from what we understood in the last class. So we need to find the usual speed of the flight of the plane. So we say let the usual speed be x kilometers per hour. Then what is the new speed, children? What will be the new speed? If the usual speed is x kilometers per hour, then what will be the new speed? Yeah, why only one person is answering? What about the others? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So I think I should give you time to read the question and recall. Okay, fine. Let me just wait for a minute. Okay, now tell me, what is the new speed of the plane?
X plus 250.
X plus 250 kilometers per hour. All right, so we have assumed the usual speed to be x kilometers per hour. With that, the new speed will be x plus 250 kilometers per hour. All right, so what is now we have two different speeds, one usual speed and new speed. But what is the distance in both the cases? What is the distance covered with the usual speed? What is the distance covered with the new speed?
1250 kilometers.
So in both the cases, the distance is the same. The distance, it's just that the speed is different. But in both the cases, the distance covered is 1250 kilometers. 1250 kilometers is covered at a speed of x kilometer per hour. And the same 1250 kilometers, the same 1250 kilometers is covered at the rate of or at the speed of x plus 250 kilometers per hour. Two different speeds, but the same distance. Now, when we are talking about distance and speed, what is the other factor involved? When we are talking about speed and distance, what is the other quantity related to these two terms?
Time, ma'am.
Time. So now we want to find the time. Now, case one, when the distance is 1250 kilometers and the speed, the usual speed is x kilometers per hour. So in this case one where distance is 1250 and speed is x, what's the time taken? What's the time taken?
Distance by 250 by x.
Yeah, distance by speed, which is 1250 divided by x. What is the unit? What's kilometer or kilometer per hour? What's the unit for time here? Hours. Okay, now in case 2, what's the distance in case 2?
1250.
1250. And what about the speed, the new speed?
X plus 250.
X plus 250. So now what is the time taken in this case?
1250 divided by x plus 2.
Distance by speed. 1250 divided by x plus 250. Unit for time, hours. So now we have the usual time taken and the new time taken. Usual time taken at the usual speed. New time taken with the increased speed. Now we have two different time taken. Now, where will the time taken be more? Where will the flight take more time to cover 1250 kilometers, or where will it take less time?
Ma'am, in case one more time.
In case 1, more time, because when compared to case 2, in case 1, that is the usual speed is less. The usual speed is less than the new speed. The usual speed is less than the new speed. So when speed is less, the time taken is more there. Speed and time are inversely proportional. Less speed, more time taken. So the time taken in case 1 is more than the time taken in case 2. And the difference in time taken is 50 minutes. And how do you convert 50 minutes to hours? How do you convert 50 minutes to hours?
Ma'am, divided by 60.
Divide by 60. 50 by 60. 50 minutes divide by 60 to convert 50 minutes to hours. So 50 by 60 hours, or 5/6 of an hour. So the equation is the difference in time taken is 50 minutes, 50. And how do we find the difference in time taken? The case where the time taken is more minus the case where the time taken is less is equal to 50 minutes. We saw this in the last class, children. You can see here. Usual time taken. This is the new time taken. The difference in time taken is 50 minutes. The difference in time taken is 50 minutes. The usual time is more than the new time. So usual time taken minus new time taken is 50 minutes is 50 by 60 hours, or 5/6 of an hour. And so usual time taken, this one minus new time taken, this one, is equal to 5/6. I told you to solve, take out 1250 common. Take out 1250 common because it's common in the numerator. Yeah, and then LCM, just have a look. Then I think we took up this sum in the last class. Read the question. Read the question for yourself. Now here there are speeds for two different things. What are they? We have
Speed of stream.
Yeah, and what do we mean by
Speed
stream? What is stream?
Ma'am, the flow of river.
Yeah, so speed of stream meaning the speed of the current or the speed of the flowing water. Speed of the river. The water in the river flows in a particular direction. Water flows in a particular direction and it flows at the speed of 2 kilometers per hour. Okay, so there is speed of the stream and the speed of the boat. What is rowing the boat downstream? What do we understand by rowing the boat downstream?
The boat is going from top to bottom.
No, there's
Ma'am,
nothing.
opposite
In a river, there is
current.
opposite.
Side of the current.
Opposite side of the current. Downstream, huh?
And with the flow of the current, like along the side.
Along, yes. So when the boatsman rows the boat in the same direction as the flowing water, water flows in a particular direction. If the boatsman rows the boat in the same direction, in whichever direction the water is flowing, the boat is also moving in the same direction. That is rowing the boat downstream. So the boat is moving in the direction of the current. In whichever direction the water is flowing, in the same direction the boat is moving. The boat is moving in the same direction as the water. So that is rowing or going downstream. So what happens to the speed, the net speed of the boat? The boatsman is rowing the boat and he's moving the boat at a particular speed. But since this water is also flowing the same direction, the speed of the water increases the speed, the net speed of the boat. So if we assume the speed of the boat in still water, so that is in still water because without the influence of the speed of the water, that's what it means. Find the speed of the boat in still water, meaning find the speed of the boat alone without the influence of the speed of the water. What is the speed at which the boat moves without the effect of the speed of the water? That is the speed of the boat in still water. Let it be x kilometers per hour. Let it be x kilometers per hour. Now somebody tell me the speed downstream. What will be the speed downstream?
Ma'am, x plus
2 kilometers per hour. And upstream is rowing the boat. Upstream means rowing the boat in the direction opposite to that of the flowing water. So water flows in a particular direction. Yeah, so the net speed of the boat is reduced because the boatsman is rowing opposing the speed of the water. Then what is the speed of the boat upstream? What is the speed of the boat upstream?
X minus 2
kilometer per hour.
X minus 2 kilometers per hour. What's the distance? What's the distance covered downstream?
8.
What is the distance covered upstream?
X minus 2.
Okay, so say to collect your report card, you go to school, from your home, you go to school to collect the report card. You use a particular route and you return home in the same route. So if the distance between your home and school is 2 kilometers per hour, what is the distance between your school and home?
2
You're taking
kilometers.
the same route. See, the distance can be more. It depends on the route you take. When you're going by road, yeah, the distance can vary because it depends if you're taking a different route. So you're going to from home you reach school in a particular route and you return home in the same route. So if the distance from your home to school is 2 kilometers, what is the distance from your school to home? No, if I'm not getting an answer to this question, that means I am a bad teacher.
2
I'm not
kilometers.
2
Same
kilometers.
distance between home to school.
Yeah, same distance. So if the sailor covers 8 kilometers downstream and returns to the original position, and returns to the original position. So he goes down, he goes in the direction of the flowing water, he covers 8 kilometers and returns to the original position. So he comes back. So first he rows the boat in the direction of the flowing water, downstream, no? So first the sailor rows the boat in the direction of the flowing water and covers 8 kilometers. Now from that point he returns. He turns and he rows the boat now in the opposite direction, that is in the direction opposite to that of the flowing water. So first he goes in the direction, he's rowing the boat along the direction of the flowing water. When he returns, the boat moves in a particular direction and the water is flowing in the opposite direction. And the distance is the same 8 kilometers because he returns to the original position. So he has to cover the same 8 kilometers. So the distance downstream is 8 kilometers and he returns to the original position. So the distance upstream is also 8 kilometers. Okay. And the total time taken is 1 hour 40 minutes. You can see there, a sailor can go 8 kilometers downstream and return to the original position. That means the sailor goes 8 kilometers. The sailor goes 8 kilometers at the speed of net speed of x plus 2 kilometers per hour. And he returns meaning he again covers 8 kilometers at the speed of x minus 2 kilometers per hour. Because x is the speed of the boat in still water. X plus 2 is the speed downstream. X minus 2 is the speed upstream. So he covers 8 kilometers downstream at the speed of x plus 2 kilometers per hour. And he covers 8 kilometers upstream at the speed of x minus 2 kilometers per hour. So we have the distance and speed downstream, or we have the distance and the speed upstream. So using speed and distance, we have to find time. And the equation will be the total time taken is 1 hour 40 minutes. It's not the difference in time taken. It's a total time taken. So the time taken to cover 8 kilometers downstream plus the time taken to cover 8 kilometers upstream is equal to the total time of 1 hour 40 minutes. So this question I told you yesterday, the time should be completely in hours, but it's 1 hour 40 minutes. So it can say you can 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 60 plus 40 is 100 minutes. 100 minutes divided by 60. 100 by 60 hours. 1 hour is 60 minutes. 60 plus 40, 100. 100 minutes divide by 60. 100 by 60 is 5 by 3. So you get 5 by 3. See here, 5 by 3. You can do it like that. You can do it like that. What I have done here is I've written this 1 hour as it is. I'm converting 40 minutes, 40 by 60. You can simplify this fraction alone. 40 by 60 you can simplify. That becomes 2 by 3. You cannot, supposing there was a 2 here. Supposing it was 2 hours here, 2. You cannot simplify 2 and 60. You cannot simplify 2 and 60. Within this proper fraction, you can do simplification. Within this proper fraction. So 40 by 60 reduces to 2 by 3, which is nothing but 5 by 3. See, I'm telling you again, supposing it was 10 hours, 10 hours, you have 10 here and 60 here. You cannot reduce 10 and 60. You can simplify only within this proper fraction, 40 by 60. This whole number part you should not disturb. This whole in the mixed fraction, this is the whole number part and this is the proper fraction. It has 2 parts. This is the fractional part and this is the whole number part. Within the fraction, you can simplify. And that is 2 by 3, which is 5 by 3 here. 1, 2 by 3, which is 5 by 3. Yeah, so you need to solve the quadratic equation. You get two values for x. You get two values for x. And x is what is x? X is the speed of the boat in still water, and that cannot be negative. Speed cannot be negative. So x is 10. X is 10, which means the speed of the boat in still water is 10 kilometers per hour. So just that we have two different cases, upstream and downstream. So identify the distance. You must have the distance and speed in both the cases. What is the distance upstream? 8 kilometers. Speed upstream, x minus 2 kilometers per hour. Then find the time. What's the time taken? If the speed is 8 kilometers per hour, sorry, if the distance is 8 kilometers and the speed is x minus 2 kilometers per hour. I'm talking about upstream. Distance upstream 8 kilometers. Speed upstream x minus 2 kilometers per hour. With these, you can find the time taken to go 8 kilometers upstream. Similarly, find the time taken to cover 8 kilometers downstream. Distance 8 kilometers. Speed x plus 2 kilometers per hour. Under these circumstances, what is the time taken? Add both the time taken, because the total time taken is 1 hour 40 minutes. The time taken by a person to cover 150 kilometers, the time taken by a person to cover 150 kilometers was 2.5 hours more. You can take 2.5 as 5 by 2 if you want. Was 2.5 hours more than the time taken in the return journey. So a person covers 150 kilometers. In the return journey, the comparison is between the onward journey and the return journey. The time taken by a person to cover 150 kilometers was 2.5 hours more than the time taken in the return journey. So where does he take more time? Where does he take less time? Is it in the onward journey or the return journey?
Onward journey.
Onward journey.
Onward journey, yes. Onward journey, he takes 2.5 hours more. While returning, that means while the difference between the time taken for the onward journey is more than the time taken in the return journey. So the difference in time taken is 2.5 hours. The difference in the time taken is 2.5 hours. So time taken to cover 150 kilometers minus, okay, time taken to cover the distance of 150 kilometers in the onward journey minus the time taken to cover the distance of 150 kilometers in the return journey. The difference in time taken is equal to 2.5 or 5 by 2. If he returned, see here, if he returned at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour more than the speed of going, so he increases the speed while coming, while returning, he increases the speed. That's why he takes less time. What was the speed per hour? Speed per hour in each direction. What was the speed per hour in each direction? That is, they want you to express speed per hour in each direction. Yes, I want you to do this now because the calculation not difficult, but you'll have to be careful. So let's make two cases. One is the onward journey and the other is the return journey. Please write distance, or you can make two columns. So onward journey, return journey, onward journey, distance 150. Their return journey also, distance is 150. Speed, onward journey speed is x. Return journey speed is x plus 10. Onward journey speed is x kilometers per hour. Return journey, he increases the speed. So return journey speed is x plus 10 kilometers per hour. Now we have distance 150 for both, and we have speed x and x plus 10. Using these, find the time taken in both the cases. Distance by speed. Find the time taken in both the cases. So you know distance by speed, 150 by x and 150 by x plus 10. And the difference in time taken is 5 by 2. Don't go with 2.5. Maybe you can take this 5 by 2. Yes, work this and tell me the answer, children. First, read the question. Let the question be very clear. So you should take out 150 common in the numerator. You have 150 by something and 150 by something is equal to 5 by 2. Take out 150 common in the numerator. Have you got the quadratic equation, children? Have we come till there? Have we got the quadratic equation?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, children, fine. Once you get the equation, please announce.
Ma'am,
Yes.
is the equation x square plus 10x minus 600
X square minus 10x.
plus 10x minus 600.
Yeah, let me just check here. Just a minute. Yeah, x square plus 10x, is it?
Yes.
Plus 10x minus 600.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you're right, Riya. Yes. Please solve ahead and tell me the values of x. All of us got that the equation x square plus 10x minus 600 is equal to 0?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, children. Good, good. Any questions, any doubts, please ask me. So wherever the time taken is more, where speed is less. Where speed is less, time taken is more. So you must write that time taken first. So here x, when compared to x and x plus 10, we have these two time taken here. Now look at the denominators, x and x plus 10. Clearly x is less than x plus 10. X is the speed here. X plus 10 is the speed here. So here in this fraction, the speed is less. When compared to this, here the speed is more, x plus 10. Here the speed is less, so the time taken is more here. So this value is greater than this value. That's why 150 by x first and then this one. The difference in time taken is 2.5. And x minus 30 is not possible because x is the speed. Cannot be negative. So we go with x20, and if x is 20, the speed of the return journey is 20 plus 10, 30 kilometers per hour. So taking out 150 common will make your work easy, I think. Take out 150 common, then common denominator. What's the common denominator, children? X into x plus 10. X into x plus 10 is the common denominator. X into x plus 10. So which I've written directly, x square minus, x square plus 10x. The common denominator is x into x plus 10. X into x plus 10. So you cross multiply like this, x plus 10 minus x. X into x plus 10 is the common denominator. How I have simplified is this x and minus x will get cancelled. Okay, x and minus x will get cancelled. So there is only 10 in the numerator. There's only 10 in the numerator. See, I've written this 150. 150. There is this 10 in the numerator because minus x plus x cancels. So 10 in the numerator. And this I'm cross multiplying. On cross multiplying, actually more than cross multiplying, see I'm taking this here. So we have is equal to x squared plus 10x. And this 5 by 2 will come to the other side as 2 by 5. 5 by 2 on the other side is 2 by 5. This one, what remains in the numerator? X and minus x gets cancelled. So we have 150 into 10 in the numerator, 150 into 10. This one, when you take it to the RHS, comes to the numerator, x squared plus 10x. 5 by 2, this side will be 2 by 5. All right. We'll go to the next one. The sum of the ages of the father and son is 45 years. 5 years ago, the product of their ages was 124. Find their present ages. So it's given that the father's age plus the son's age is 45. If you call the father's age as x, you can also call the son's age as x. I've taken the father's age as x. So x plus the son's age is 45. So the son's age will be 45 minus x. If x is the father's age plus son's age is 45 is given here. 45. So if you take the father's age as x, then the son's age will be 45 minus x. Now let's find their ages 5 years ago. 5 years ago, father's age 5 years ago. What is his present age? X. Father's present age is x. So 5 years ago, x minus 5 years. Son's age 5 years ago. What's the son's present age? 45 minus x. So 5 years ago, 45 minus x minus 5, which is 40 minus x years. And what is given here? 5 years ago, the product of their ages was 124. So 5 years ago, not the present ages, 5 years ago. So the product of these two ages, x minus 5 and 40 minus x. X minus 5 and 40 minus x. The product of their ages 5 years ago. Product meaning multiplication. This was father's age 5 years ago, and this was son's age 5 years ago. The product, so multiply these two expressions and equate it to 124. On solving, we have x is 36 or x is 9. We have x is 36 or x is 9. So you go with the more practical value. Sometimes we reject saying that it's negative. Sometimes we reject saying it's negative. So here x is 9. So when you come back here, x is the father's age, and father's age cannot be 9 years. And when you father's age cannot be, see, when you take x as 9, then the son's age will be 45 minus 9. 45 minus 9, 36. So not possible. So the father's age must be 36. And 45 minus 36 is the son's age, which is 9. Father's x is equal to 9, which means the father's age is 9 is not possible. So x is 36. So we reject x is equal to 9. X is 36, which means the father's age is 36 and son's age is 45 minus 36. 9 years. Take a picture. We'll go to the next one. The diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meters more than the shorter side. The the diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meters more than the shorter side. If the longer side is 30 meters more than the shorter side, find the size of the field. So see here, I've just written in short whatever is given in the question. Diagonal is 60 meters more than the shorter side. So see here, diagonal is meaning equal to 60 meters more than the shorter side. See here, whatever is given here as a big sentence, just write it in short. Diagonal is 60 meters more than the shorter side. So see here, diagonal is meaning equal to 60 meters more, so plus 60 than the shorter side. Shorter side plus 60 is the diagonal. Just read this and write it in simple, in a very simple way. Diagonal is 60 meters more than the shorter side. So diagonal is meaning equal to 60 meters more plus 60 than the shorter side. Longer side is 30 meters more than the shorter side. So longer side is meaning equal to, longer side is 30 meters more, 30 meters more, so plus 30. 30 meters less minus 30. 30 meters more than the shorter side. Okay, so when you look at this, if we assume, when you look at, so now the three sides here are the shorter side, longer side, and diagonal. Now when it's a rectangle, if this is the longer side, these two are equal, opposite sides are equal. So if this is longer, that means these two are the longer sides. So that means this is shorter. So these two are the shorter sides. Because in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. They've used the terms longer side and shorter side. So if the length is the longer side, breadth is the shorter side. Or if the length is the shorter side, then breadth is the longer side. So they're actually talking about the length, breadth, and the diagonal. So you can see here. So you can assume anything to be the longer side, the length or the breadth, whichever. Okay, now I see this shorter side used here. So let the shorter side be x meters. See, shorter side, both are expressed in terms of the shorter side. The diagonal and the longer side, both of it are expressed in terms of the shorter side. So let the shorter side be x meters. You can assume anything as x. Let us also understand that after this. Now I'm just telling you what you see here in the slide. So since the diagonal and the longer side are expressed in terms of the shorter side, let's assume the shorter side is x meters. So what will be the diagonal? X plus 60. And what about the longer side? X plus 30. Step 1 is just write this information, using as an equation like this, using words and numbers as an equation. Diagonal is 60 meters more than shorter side. Diagonal is 60 meters more than the shorter side. Longer side is 30 meters more than the shorter side. So they're basically talking about the length, breadth, and the diagonal. Shorter side, longer side, length, breadth, and diagonal. So since in a rectangle, every corner is a right angle, this one is a right triangle. So to construct the equation, you can use Pythagoras theorem. We don't have any more information here. We only know about the length, breadth, and the diagonal. Nothing more we have. Then with what will you construct the equation? Since the length, breadth, and the rectangle. Since the length, breadth, and the diagonal, they are the sides of a right triangle. We use Pythagoras theorem to construct the equation. Since the length, the breadth, and the diagonal are the three sides of a right triangle, we use Pythagoras theorem to construct the equation. Assumption is with the information here. Equation is by using Pythagoras theorem. Children, solving is easy. Solving is easy for you. For your standard, this one is easy. Make sure you understand the assumption here. And supposing you call the children, if you call the diagonal as x. Supposing we say let the diagonal be x. Okay, diagonal is x. Are we all ready for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, okay, thank you, children. So now supposing the diagonal is x. If we assume the diagonal is x, see, you need to get an expression in x for the shorter side, longer side, diagonal. All should be in terms of x. You need to express everything in terms of x. One you will be assuming as x. The remaining two you should find in terms of x. Okay, so here let's assume the diagonal to be x meters. The diagonal to see the writing the information like this is very useful. You can do it mentally also. Maybe you feel I don't have to write it, I can just frame it like that. Fine. But this ensures that you don't go wrong. That's all. This only ensures that you don't go wrong. If a plus is written as a minus, and the entire thing is wrong. So do take this 30 seconds to write this. Okay, so diagonal is x. Supposing diagonal is x, now our job is to find the shorter side and longer side in terms of x. So let's do that. So diagonal is x. See the x here. X is equal to shorter side plus 60. So shorter side is equal to x minus 60. Shorter side will be x minus 60. If you assume the diagonal as x, then the shorter side will be x minus 60. So what will be the longer side? See, I said, if you assume the diagonal is x, you must find the shorter side and the longer side in terms of x. So now we found the shorter side. If this is x, then x minus 60 is the shorter side. Okay. Now what about the longer side? What is the shorter side? X minus 60. Put that here. We've assumed the shorter side to be x minus 60, right? So x minus 60 here, x minus 60 plus 30 is the longer side. X minus, what did I say? X minus 60, because the shorter side is x minus 60. So x minus 60 plus 30. X minus 60 plus 30 is x minus 30 will be the longer side. So like this, you can assume the longer side also as x. Anybody can be x, children. So you will get different expressions, but the final answer will be the same for all of us. Yes, tell me if you understood, children. The assumption part. Equation, you please have a look. Constructing the equation is using Pythagoras theorem, and while expanding a plus b the whole square, make sure you don't forget 2ab. A square plus b square plus 2ab. Sometimes you forget that. Okay. So write this, children. This is very important. This is very important. The first two steps are very important. So if you write these two, then you can assume anything as x and find the others in terms of x. Shall we go to the next one?
1 minute, ma'am. 1 minute.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, we can move, ma'am.
Okay. This is simple. The length of a rectangle exceeds its width by 8 centimeters. The length exceeds the width by 8 centimeters. If the area is 240 centimeters square, find the length and the breadth of the rectangle. This is easy.
X into x plus 8.
Yeah, correct. So the length exceeds its width. Length is more, so length should be x plus 8. The breadth is x. The length exceeds its width. The length is more than the width. Exceeds meaning more than. The length is more than the breadth. Length is more. So if the breadth is x, the length will be x plus 8. And area is L into B. L into B is area. So x into x plus 8 is equal to 240. Yeah. Take a picture, children. Shall I show the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, children, do this. Do this by yourself. The perimeter of a right triangle is 60 centimeters. If the hypotenuse is 25 centimeters, find its area. Please work this.
Ma'am, its area is 1225 by 8, ma'am.
122.
5 by 8, ma'am.
Oh. What are the sides you got?
35 by 2, 35 by 2, ma'am.
No. No, no. What's the equation we have got?
I got that I have put the sides as x and y, ma'am.
Okay.
So x plus y plus 25 is equal to 60. So x plus y is equal to 35.
Okay.
And I have took the y value as 35 minus x, ma'am.
Okay.
So the area formula is half BH, ma'am. So
Okay.
half into x into 35 minus x is that, ma'am.
No, I'll tell you one thing. You can use if the area was given to you. Now, okay, 1 minute. When can you, Shakti, you have to listen to this 1 minute.
Yes,
So, the question is find area. When can you find area? Only when you know the base and height. You don't
yes,
know the base and height. Then how can you use half base into height for area? That is one thing. Also, when you can do that is when the value of area is given to you, you can construct the equation half base into height is equal to area. Half into x into whatever, I think you said 35 minus x. So half into x into 35 minus x is equal to whatever area is given, say it's some 1000. So you can use half base into height. See, first thing is you have to find area, which means you can use half base into height only when you know the value of the base and height.
okay, ma'am.
Otherwise, when you write that, you will only have an expression. Where is the equation? Half into x into 35 minus x is equal to what? You don't have an equation. We
Yes,
can't put equal to 0. Simply we can't put equal to 0. That means area is 0.
yes, okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So Shakti, how will you construct? You're right, but how will you construct the equation? So half base into height we cannot use. Then what should we do? You're right. You should.
You can use the root of s into s minus a into s minus b.
Very good. You can do that. Yes, yes, yes. You can do that. Otherwise, another way.
Ma'am, root 3 by 4 a square, ma'am.
Root 3 by 4 a square.
Oh, ma'am, we cannot use that, ma'am.
No, Shakti, root s into s minus a, s minus b also, you don't know the area, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We can't use. We can't use. Sorry. I just answered before even thinking. Yes, we don't have the area. You can write root s into s minus a, s minus b, s minus c is equal to what?
Ma'am,
Huh.
the area is 150 centimeter square.
Yes, who's that?
Arnav.
Yes, Arnav. So how do you construct the equation?
Ma'am, I took at Pythagoras theorem.
Yeah, we can use the Pythagoras theorem to construct the equation.
One side
Area.
to be x and
Yeah.
then the other side is 35 minus x because 60 minus 25 is 35 and then the other side.
Perfect. And the
Then
hypotenuse is
square. Hypotenuse 25 given.
25. So we have the assumptions. We have taken one side as x, that is one leg as x, the other leg is 35 minus x, and the hypotenuse is 25. So we need to combine all this information using Pythagoras theorem. And that's how we construct the equation. We get the equation using Pythagoras theorem. Yes. Arnav is right. Let's see the answer now. So I've not used x, that's all. I've just used the sides as it is, AB, BC, AC as it is. So the sum of the three sides, perimeter is given. Perimeter is 60, which means the sum of the three sides is 60. So you can see here AB plus BC is equal to 35. So AB is equal to 35 minus BC, or you can write BC is equal to 35 minus AB. Any one of the two. Now, so we are done with the assumption. It's about creating the equation now. So AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. This is the equation. This is the result by Pythagoras theorem. We're going to take this rule to construct the equation. So substitute now. AB is 35 minus BC whole square plus BC we don't know, meaning BC is BC. And AC is 25. Like BC is BC, we have written AB in terms of BC. BC is BC. AB is 35 minus BC. So you can see now this equation has only BC in it. You can use X, children. I have just taken BC as it is. So which means AB is 35 minus BC. BC is BC. BC square is BC square. AB square is 35 minus BC the whole square is equal to AC square, which is 25 square. So now see, this equation has only one unknown, which is BC. Like X, it has only one unknown BC. So solve the equation and find the value of BC. So BC can be 20 or 15. So if BC is 20, if BC is 20, if this BC is 20, then AB is 15. Or if BC is 15, then AB is 20. In either case, the area will be the same. Area is half base into height, half 15 into 20, which is 150 centimeters square. Please have a look at the working. Children, see, rarely there can be a typing error also. If something is not clear, please ask me. Maybe while preparing, I might have gone wrong. Okay, so just in case there is some error, please bring it to my knowledge. You don't understand something, please ask me. This is a simple question. First use perimeter. Sum of the three sides is equal to 60. Perimeter is 60. One side is given 25. So you get the sum of the remaining two sides. So now write AB is equal to 35 minus BC, or BC is equal to 35 minus AB. So now assumptions are over because BC is BC, AB is 35 minus BC, BC is BC, like X is X. The other one is 35 minus BC, and the other third side AC is 25. So we're done with the, we have one side 25, the remaining two sides we've assumed. Now it's time to create the equation. So we use Pythagoras theorem, we substitute the expressions or the values given and get the equation, solve the equation and find BC. Okay, any questions? All right.
No, ma'am.
Okay, children, fine. Yeah, try this. The price, if the price of a book is reduced by ₹5, if the price of a book is reduced by ₹5, a person can buy 5 more books for ₹300. Find the original price of the book. I'm just coming back, children. Please try.
Ma'am, is the price 20?
20. Yes, you're right. Okay. Let's see how to do this. So like how we have these three quantities, speed, distance, and time, connected by the equation speed is equal to distance by time. So here the total money this person has is 300. Now supposing the cost of one book is 50 rupees. Supposing the cost of one book is 50 rupees. The person has in all 300 rupees. The cost of one book is 50 rupees, 50. Then 300 by 50, the person can buy 6 books. 6 books. But if the cost of one book is 60 rupees, if the cost of one book is 60 rupees, then the person can buy 5 books. So let's just construct the question according to our information. So 300. Let's take one case where the cost of the book is 50 rupees and the other case where the cost of the book is 60 rupees. Now here it's given he can buy more books, right? So we'll take 60 as the original price and 50 as the new price. So if the person has 300 rupees with him, when the cost of the book is, when the cost per book is 60 rupees, he can buy 5 books. But when the cost per book is 50 rupees, he can buy 1 book more. He can buy 1 book more. Because when it's 50 rupees, he's able to buy 6 books as when compared to 5. So 1 book more he's able to buy. So it's a question like that. So when we have to find the original list price of the book. That is the price of the book, the original list price of the book. Okay, so let the original list price of the book, the original price of the book be rupees X. What's the new price then? Because we have to find the original price, right? So let's assume the original price. Yeah, the new price of the book is X minus 5, because if the price of a book is reduced by rupees 5, see, first we started like this. Let the original list price of the book, because we have to find that, let's assume that as X. Okay, so the original price, so the original price is 60, then the new price is 50. So like that, the original list price is X. Then the new price will be, it's reduced by 5, X minus 5. So you have two different prices, right? You have one is X and the other is X minus 5. And the money you have with you is 300. So like how we found 300 by 50 and 300 by 60. The total money divided by the price per book gives you the number of books you can buy. The total money divided by the cost per book will give you the number of books you can buy. So we have two different cases. Case one is you have money 300, like the distance is fixed here, the money is fixed. Like the distance is fixed in case of speed, distance, and time. The distance is fixed. Like that, the money is fixed here, 300. The money is fixed, it's 300. Okay, so sorry. So like how when speed is less, the time taken is more. So here, when the price is less, you can buy more books. When the price is more, you buy less books. That is when the price per book is less, you can buy more books for 300 rupees. When the price per book is more, then you can buy less books for 300 rupees. So like how speed and time are inversely proportional. Here, the cost per book and the number of books you can buy are inversely proportional. Like distance is fixed, here the money you have with you is fixed, 300. So we have, like distance, we have 300 in both the cases. Like we have varying speeds, here we have varying prices. Original x, new x minus 5. Original x, new x minus 5. Like how we find time using distance by speed, here we find the number of books we can buy. How many books I can buy in the first case? 300 by x. Because the price is x. So 300 rupees by the price of one book x will give me the number of books I can buy. So 300 by x represents the number of books I can buy when the price per book is x rupees. Next is 300 by x minus 5, because the new price is x minus 5. The new price is x minus 5. So the money I have with me 300 divided by x minus 5, the price per book, will give me the number of books I can buy. 300 by x minus 5 gives me the number of books I can buy. Now where can I buy more books where the price per book is less? Where the price per book is less, I can buy more books. So that difference, the difference is 5. More books, where you can buy more books minus where you buy less books is equal to 5 is the equation. Let me show you and explain again. Let me not continue talking. I'll just give you some time to look at the answer and then I'll maybe repeat the explanation. Yes, class, use the emoji. Raise your hands. Okay, Aksharam, Manasa, Shreya, Hariharan, Shivani, Shruti, Anish. Anish, I think, was not in the last class. Anish and Sabarigrish, Parkavi, Arnav, Nafi, Sudarshan, Shakti, Arshita, Srinivasan, Nivedita, Balaharish, Reshmi, Tirunesh, Muttuvel, Lakshita. All right. All right, children. So here it is, number of books that can be purchased is equal to, see, the number of books you can buy is equal to the total money you have with you divided by the cost per book. The total money you have with you divided by the cost per book will give you the number of books you can buy. So when the cost per book is less, then you can buy many books. Okay. So you can see here, so since we have to find the original price of the book, we'll call it X. If the price of the book is reduced by 5, so the new price per book is X minus 5. Now when the price is X for 300 rupees, you can buy 300 by X books because 300 total money you have. This is the price per book. So 300 by X is the number of books you can buy, no unit here. So 300 by X is the number of books you can buy for 300 rupees when the price is X rupees per book. New price X minus 5. You have the same money with you 300. So 300 rupees and the new price is, the price is reduced. So now here you can buy more books because when compared to X, X minus 5 is small. When compared to X, X minus 5 is small. So here the price is more per book. Here the price per book is less. When compared to this, here the price is less. That means this one represents more books purchased. This represents more book purchased. More books purchased. When the price is less, you can buy more books. So number of books you purchase here for 300 rupees is 300 by X minus 5. And you know that this expression, the value of this expression is more than the value of this expression. The difference in the number of books purchased is 5. See, a person can buy 5 more books. The difference in the number of books. See, this is number of books purchased. This is also number of books purchased, like the time taken in 2 cases. So the difference in the number of books is 5, like the difference in time. Here the difference in the number of books is 5. So how will you express that? Where you buy more books minus where you buy less books. So in one case you are able to buy 15 books. In the other case only 10 books. So 15 books minus 10 books is equal to 5 books. Please check the answer. Any questions, ask me.
The equation is similar for that aeroplane question, like that.
Yeah. Correct. Yes. Every other question in quadratic equations will, the equation, the construction of the equation is almost similar to this. Just that the situations will be different. Mostly it's like this. Shall I show you the next one, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is Theranesh there today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. That's what. No. I don't remember reading your name there. That's why. No, you've been answering from then. I know this is your voice, but just had it out. I thought I didn't read your name in the list. Okay. Okay, a passenger train takes 3 hours less. A passenger train takes 3 hours less for a journey of 360 kilometers. If it's it's okay. If it's a continuation, a passenger train takes 3 hours less for a journey of 360 kilometers if its speed is increased by 10 kilometers per hour from its usual speed. There's no full stop and capital I there. Ignore this. It's one sentence. A passenger train takes 3 hours less for a journey of 360 kilometers if its speed is increased by 10 kilometers per hour from its usual speed. Find its usual speed. See children, case 1, case 2. Distance is 360 in both. Since we have to find speed, speed in one case is x, in the other case is something. Find the time taken, difference in time taken. That's all. Now tell me. Okay, construct the equation and tell me. I don't want the quadratic equation, just this first step equation, this one. This one I want. I want all of us to tell this equation correctly. Tell me. Just write case 1, case 2, write speed, distance, time, difference in time and the equation.
Is it 360 by x minus 360 by x plus 10 is equal to 3, ma'am?
Let's just wait for the others also to say, Shakti. I'll keep in mind what you said.
On 360 by x minus 360 by x plus 10.
360 by x minus 3.
Ma'am, it is 360 by x minus 360 by x plus 10 equal to 3.
Okay, I think I've got the same answer from the three of you. Yes, others?
Three sixty divided by x plus 10 minus 360 divided by x is equal to 3.
Okay, where is the speed more, Srinivasan? X or x plus 10?
X plus 10.
Speed is more, right? So when speed is more in x plus 10, distance by speed, 360 by x plus 10, where the speed is more, the time taken will be less or more?
Less.
It will be less, ma'am. If the speed is more, time will be less, ma'am.
The speed is more. In x plus 10, the speed is more. So the time taken is less. You must write more time taken first. Where the time taken is more, that one first. Like if it is 18 hours and 15 hours. 18 hours minus 15 hours is equal to 3 hours. The difference in time taken. 18 hours, you should write the more time taken first. 18 hours minus 15 hours is equal to 3 hours. So more time taken is where speed is less. So as the first 3 or 4 of us told, I think Shakti, Parkavi, was it Tirunesh? Then
Yes,
two
ma'am.
others. Okay, Tirunesh and was one more. Okay, so you're right. Srinivasan, some confusion. Just tell me if you're not clear. I'll explain again.
Ma'am, I'm clear now, ma'am.
So this is the equation. See children, but don't remember like this. When it is x and x plus 10, x will come first and then x plus 10. When it is x minus 10 and x minus 10 will come first and then x. See, all this for the exam in a hurry to work, you can use all this, but always understand what you're working. Between x and x plus 10, x will come first and then x plus 10. Supposing there is x minus 10 and x minus 10 will come first and then x. If we have x and x plus 10, it will be like this. If we have x minus 10 and x minus 10 will come first and then x.
Yes, x is equal to 30, ma'am.
Yes. X is 30 or minus 40. Minus 40 is not possible. X is 30. All right, next one, children. The hypotenuse of a right triangle is 2 centimeters more than the base and 4 centimeters more than the altitude. Find its altitude. Now remember, children, we had one question on a rectangle, shorter side, longer side, diagonal, and where we shrunk the equation. No, I mean the information. We made some small equations. Please do that for me. Please do that for me in words like this. Like this. We read the question and we constructed equations like this, right? Diagonal is shorter side plus 60, longer side is equal to shorter side plus 30. I want such equations from this one.
Hypotenuse minus 2 is equal to base.
No, like don't do minus, just as it is there. Hypotenuse is, it's given hypotenuse is, that means hypotenuse is equal to.
Hypotenuse is equal to base plus 2.
Yeah, then next one.
Hypotenuse is equal to altitude plus 4.
Very good. That's what I wanted. Very good. Yes. So it's a compound sentence. Two things are given you using this word and. The hypotenuse of a right triangle is 2 centimeters more than the base. Read again. The hypotenuse of a right triangle is 4 centimeters more than the altitude. So that it's given together. Please follow. I'm reading it again. The hypotenuse of a right triangle is 2 centimeters more than the base. Is one sentence. Again, the hypotenuse of a right triangle is 4 centimeters more than the altitude. These two are combined and given as the hypotenuse of a right triangle is 2 centimeters more than the base, and that hypotenuse only again is 4 centimeters more than the altitude. So h is equal to, see, hypotenuse is. So h is equal to 2 centimeters more than the base, b plus 2. H is equal to 4 centimeters more than the altitude. So h is equal to altitude plus 4.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
They gave that hypotenuse is base plus 2 and base plus 4.
Oh, the question is the hypotenuse right hand to the base and no, it's correct. What's your question?
No, ma'am, they gave that hypotenuse is the base is 2 more than the hypotenuse and uh, altitude is 4 more than the hypotenuse, ma'am.
Let's read and understand. Let's read this. The hypotenuse is 2 centimeters more. The hypotenuse is 2 centimeters more than the base. So it means the hypotenuse is not equal to the base. It's 2 centimeters more than the base. So see here, the hypotenuse is not equal to the base. The hypotenuse is 2 centimeters more than the base. So see here, hypotenuse is not equal to the base. It's 2 more than the base. We have given that. We have given that in this equation, right?
Okay, ma'am.
And similarly, the hypotenuse is not equal to the altitude. See, they cannot be equal. Hypotenuse cannot be equal. Just read like that. Hypotenuse is not equal to the altitude. You cannot write hypotenuse is equal to the altitude. Hypotenuse is 4 more than the altitude. Whatever is the altitude, 4 more than that is the hypotenuse.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So first read the question and write it like this. Hypotenuse is equal to base plus 2. Hypotenuse is equal to altitude plus 4. Now, I normally use x for whatever is common. If hypotenuse we have, I say x. See, I told you can use x for anything. So I have called hypotenuse as x. So x is equal to base plus 2 and x is equal to altitude plus 4. So from this we have base is equal to x minus 2 and altitude is equal to x minus 4 on transposing. So now we have everything in terms of x. Hypotenuse is x, base is x minus 2, altitude is x minus 4. We have everything in terms of x. Now equation. Base square plus altitude square is equal to hypotenuse square. Pythagoras theorem, children. Pythagoras theorem. Base square plus altitude square is equal to hypotenuse square. Okay. We have more word problems, but too many word problems at a stretch, I thought may not be effective in one class. So I just picked these 10 sums. Let's do something else. So find the value of k for which the following equations has equal roots. For which the following equation has equal roots. So this is the equation given. Find the value of k if this equation has equal roots. If this equation has equal roots. So we are given that this equation has equal roots. You can see the x square term, x square, its coefficient. You can see x and its coefficient here and the constant. You can see 3 terms, x square term, X term constant. It's given that the equation has equal roots. That means the value of D is 0. When the equation has equal roots, or when it is given that the equation is a perfect square, the condition is D is equal to 0. When the quadratic equation is a perfect square, only if it's a perfect square it can have equal roots. So when it's given when it is given that the quadratic equation is a perfect square or it has equal roots, that means the value of the discriminant is 0. So that's the condition. Now if D is 0, that means B square minus 4AC is 0. And B is the coefficient of X, 2 into K minus 12. A and C, coefficient of X square, K minus 12. And C is the constant. Substitute and get the value of K. Work this, children, now. Work this now. We need to make sure that we know how to calculate. See, I'll tell you, don't multiply. Don't multiply 2 into K, 2K, 2 into minus 12, minus 12. Don't multiply. Write it like this. Write it like this. Now 4 2s are 8. Please follow the same working. 4 2s are 8. And here 2 squared is 4. K minus 12 the whole square. Now this is an equation. This is an equation. In this equation, you can see 4 is common. You can divide every term by 4. You can divide this term by 4. You can divide this term by 4. You can divide 0 by 4 to get 0. So like that. Solve this. Tell me the value of K. Got the value of K?
I'm doing.
Okay.
K is equal to 14.
It's 14. You must have got two values for K. Did you divide by K minus 12 throughout?
Yes, ma'am.
No, it's not wrong, but that's why you got only one value for K. You should not divide by K minus 12 because K minus 12 has this unknown K whose value you are trying to find. So when you divide by K minus 12, you will not get K is equal to 12. You will only get one value, K is equal to 14. You should not divide by an expression that has the variable whose value you're trying to find. That's all it is.
Ma'am, that means 12 and 14.
Yeah, correct, but you should get it. You should get 12 and 14. What's the simplest way of proceeding? After the last step, which you can see on the screen, what can be the next step? Yes, tell me, children, what will be the next step, or what have you done?
Ma'am, I took k minus 12 common, ma'am.
Very good. That's what you're supposed to do. You must take k minus 12 common. Shouldn't spend time squaring it. You can also do a minus b the whole square. You can expand. Now I'm scared what I did, I don't know. But anyways, k minus 12 common is the correct thing to do. If you square it, if you square it saying a minus b the whole square, that's right. You will get the correct answer. But you must realize that k minus 12 is common and you should take it out. Okay, so k minus 12 common. K minus 12 is common. So k minus 12 into k minus 12 is k minus 12 the whole square minus 2 into k minus 12 is equal to 0. Yeah, do the second one. Work the second one, children. Any doubts with the first one?
No, ma'am.
Yeah,
No, ma'am.
I done in the by squaring, ma'am. I also got the same answer.
Yeah, okay, fine. When it's given that the quadratic equation has equal roots, that means the value of d is 0. That's all. If you write that condition, then you can complete the answer. If it's a perfect square, the value of d is 0. Next one. If minus 4 is a root of the quadratic equation and the quadratic equation something has equal roots. So two different information given. Find k. Sorry, children, an important phone call. I couldn't avoid it. Yeah.
Miss K is equal to 9 by 4, ma'am.
K 9 by 4. No, that I have to see. I don't know. 1 minute. Yes, K is 9 by 4. Correct. Others? No, couldn't get. Others? Why no answer, children? No, what do I do? Are you all there or left the meeting? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me. What happened? Shakti's got 9 by 4. What about the others? Are we stranded somewhere? Not able to get the answer?
Ma'am, I also got it, ma'am.
You got it. Okay. We got 9 by 4. All right. So minus 4 is minus 4 is given to be a root of the equation x square plus px minus 4 is equal to 0. So upon substituting a minus 4 in place of x, we get the value of p, 3. Now the same p is used in the other equation. The same p, the same letter p is used in the other equation. The same letter p is used in the other equation, x squared plus px plus k is equal to 0. So you can substitute, you can take p as 3 because we found p is 3. So x squared plus 3x plus k is equal to 0 is the second equation. The second equation is x squared plus px plus k is equal to 0. But now after taking p3 there, x squared plus 3x plus k is equal to 0. So now what is given about the second equation? It has equal roots. What's the condition for equal roots?
It is equal to 0, ma'am.
T is equal to 0. T is equal to 0. That means if D is equal to 0, it means?
It has equal roots, ma'am.
No. Next step, D is equal to 0 and that can be written as?
B square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So 3
B square minus
square is
4ac is equal to 0. Yes. Let's try the next one, children, as homework. So it's given that the second equation has equal roots. So D is 0, B square minus 4ac is 0. And B is P. B is P. Okay, I didn't write 3x here. I've substituted here. All amounts to the same thing. So B square, B is P and P is 3. 4AC, 4 into A is 1 and C is K. So K is 9 by 4. All right, children, it's time. So that's it for today's session. Take a picture. The third one, you can try it and have it ready before tomorrow's class. All right, children, that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Good night. Thank you, children. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good night.